Folks, TONOIT is an absolutely amazing business. Tonight, I want to share with you how you can earn $10,000 or more consistently from starting a $500 crypto business. That business is a TONOIT business. But first of all, a disclaimer. Folks, every effort has been made to accurately represent the product or service. The information presented here should not be interpreted as a promise or a guarantee of earnings. The earning potential is entirely dependent on the person using the product, the service, and the ideas. So folks, what you should take away from that is that this business, it's up to you what you make of it. It's up to you what you earn from it. So let's talk a little bit about TONOIT. It was founded in 2018 by Gavin Victor is here in South Africa. Mr. Ijoki Inax is in Nigeria, and Mr. Marius Landman is in Australia. Folks, TONOIT has a pretty big vision. TONOIT would like 1 million ordinary people like you and me to come into the crypto market through TONOIT and become consistently profitable, to earn $10,000 or more consistently from crypto. So let's talk about the product. First of all, folks, the one side of this business, of the product, is getting an education. You can learn how to farm crypto. I'll explain in a minute what I mean by that. And then on the other side, if you share this business with other people, there's also the possibility for you to earn an active income and eventually even a passive income. So on the education side, this is what CNN Business had to say about crypto, specifically Bitcoin. They said the best investment of the decade turned $1 into $90,000. Folks, what they mean over there is that if you could turn back time and you can go back to 2010, you could have bought Bitcoin for US dollar cents. And if you bought $1 worth, today that would be worth $90,000 for you. And we have not even started yet, folks. There's big days coming for crypto. So in our opinion, nothing beats crypto farming. Here's what Forbes magazine had to say. Listen to their question. They ask, is 2020 the new 2017? They say that Bitcoin could be this year's best performing asset. So folks, feel free to Google this. Go look at what did one Bitcoin cost at the beginning of 2017. In January of 2017, you could have bought one Bitcoin for about $800, so less than $1,000. By December of 2017, that very same Bitcoin, you could have sold it for almost $20,000. Return for 1 year period. And those glory days of Bitcoin, folks, they're not over. There's big things coming. And that's why Forbes is asking that question, is 2020 the new 2017? Personally, I believe that there's big things coming for Bitcoin this year. And if you pay attention to what's in the media, you will know that some of the big US hedge funds are now getting into crypto. Folks, this is the market. Don't get confused about what this is. The market is not logical. The market is not rational. The market is driven by human emotion because the people who trade in the market are human beings. You and me, of course, because we know about crypto. The typical person that comes into crypto comes in here between optimism, excitement, and euphoria, somewhere here, because now everybody's talking about how amazing Bitcoin is. Their dentist, their Uber driver, their brother-in-law is telling them, buy Bitcoin. So they do. Folks, they buy at this high point over here. We know that is the point of maximum risk to the investment. Because folks, the crypto market is like being out at sea on a windy day. There's wave after wave after wave. So they come in here at the top of the wave, and guess what? The market turns, the price starts going down. It goes through the... That's where most people end up selling their crypto because they've lost all hope. They're thinking that this thing doesn't work, and they end up selling at a loss. But folks, for you and me, the people who know what's going on, that is known as the point of maximum opportunity, because if this is where we come in at the bottom of the market, we can now ride that wave up through hope, optimism, and then we get to excitement and euphoria again. When we get to that top of the wave, that's where we get out of the market because that's the top of the market. Folks, when you are able to ride the wave like this, we call this swing trading because we follow the trend of what's happening. significant profits by simply getting in at the bottom and getting out at the top. So that's what we are interested in when we grow our money through crypto farming. We want to know where's the bottom and we want to know where's the top. If you try to gauge that without an information source like TONOIT, most of the time you end up getting it wrong and you lose money. But with TONOIT, all I have to do is read my report, read my blog post, and I know where the bottom is. I know where the top is. That's where I get in at the bottom, and that's where I get out at the top. So folks, this is what we mean by crypto farming. We swap between what is known as a stable coin and what's known as a USD Tether, USDT. It's a cryptocurrency, but it's pegged 1-to-1 to a US dollar, which means that if I put $500 into USDT, next week, next month, next year, it will still be worth $500. The price doesn't move. Then we get a volatile coin. A volatile coin is a coin such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and many others. So here's a practical example for you. This is what we mean by crypto farming. There's the bottom of the market in Litecoin, for instance. We can buy one Litecoin there for $25. Obviously, we got that information from TONOIT, that this is the bottom of the market, it's time to get in. So we buy that one Litecoin, and now we wait. The market starts going up, it goes into a nice bull run all the way to $100. That is the top of the market, as TONOIT will let us know. Now it's time to exit Litecoin into a stable coin. So at that point, now we've got $100 worth of US. There, the Litecoin market turns around and it starts going down again. But remember, we are not losing in that volatility because we got out at the top. We are now in stablecoin. So the market drops and drops and drops. It gets down to $50. This is where TONOIT's information lets us know once again, guys, it's the bottom of the market. It's time to get back in. We can now take our $100 worth of USDT and buy 2 Litecoin at $50 each. There, the market starts a nice, beautiful, big bull run, all the way up to $500 for a single Litecoin. Remember, at this point, we've got 2 Litecoin in our pocket, which means we can sell those 2 Litecoin $500 each. Now we've exited the volatile coin, we're back in stable coin. We've got $1,000 there. There's the market turning again in Litecoin. It goes down, 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 all the way down to $100. Again, we get information from TONOIT that says this is the bottom of the market. From here, the price is going to go up again. So then we take our $1,000 worth of USDT, stablecoin, and we can buy 10 Litecoin at $100 each. There starts the next beautiful bull run, all the way up to $1,000 for a single Litecoin. This is the top of the market, so we exit the volatile coin into the stable coin once again. Now we can sell these 10 Litecoin. Folks, look at what we just did here. Over a period of time, with only information, not putting any extra money into the market, we were able to grow what we had, 1 Litecoin, into what ended up being 10 Litecoin. And then we got out of the market into a stable coin once again. We were able to grow $25 into $10,000 over time simply by using information. We used the bottoms and the tops of the waves to amplify what we were doing. That is what's known as crypto farming. And folks, it is very, very profitable if you know what in a month. We're not saying this is going to happen in 6 months. It could take a few months, it could take a few years. That's the only thing that's very unpredictable in crypto is the time scale. But look at what some other guys do now. Let's say another trader comes in and does exactly what we did. They buy 1 Litecoin at $25, but they don't have to know it as an information source. So they are not able to make use of the tops and the bottoms of the market as it swings. All they can do is wait. And eventually the market reaches $1,000 for a single Litecoin. This is the point where they sell their profit. From $25 to $1,000 is a significant profit. But folks, it's not $10,000. We were able to do 10 times better in this example because we had an information source that let us know where the tops and the bottoms are, and we were able to do what we call crypto farming. Very lucrative, folks. That is what you can do by yourself. So if you are new here, don't stress too much. What I've shown you now, you might have heard some terminology that you're not familiar with. So don't stress. Get back to the person who invited you here today. Get their referral link. That will take you to the TONOIT website. Just fill in the information. Once you've done that, you now have a username and a password, and you're able to log in to the TONOIT back office. So once you're there, you will be able to see that there are 16 videos there where you can learn about what we mean by crypto trading, what we mean by crypto farming. So you can learn stuff there, like, for instance, all the way from the psychology of the market, how not to get emotionally involved in your trades, all the way through to some of the more advanced strategies that we use to remain profitable. At the end of this month, something new is coming, folks. It's called the School of Crypto. There's going to be a curriculum for beginners and a curriculum for people who are already advanced users of crypto. Folks, on a Thursday, we have a live training session, a live weekly session. It is a Zoom call that we have with our chief data analyst, Mr. Marius Landman. That's normally 11 p.m. in South Africa on a Thursday evening, which is the equivalent of 7 a.m. on a Friday in Australia, in Brisbane, Australia. Folks, there's space for about 1,000 people, and there typically is about 800 to 1,000 people in the room when that session takes place. Marius and his team will come in, they will tell us how we are going to be profitable. It is an absolutely phenomenal thing to attend. Then we also have Telegram support groups for all of our members, where you'll be well guided. You will be informed when something significant is happening in the market. Folks, then we also have our reports. The reports are downloadable PDF reports in the back office in TONOIT. And if something happens in between the reports, there's also a blog post that will give us the information. So folks, what you can learn here is the ability to earn $10,000 or more by learning this farming skill, farming crypto. That's what you could self. Now is the time to tell your Uber driver, your brother-in-law, because now you found something that actually works. And when you do share with them, you are going to earn an active and eventually even a passive income. So this is the words from Mr. Andreas Antonopoulos, who's one of the most recognized and respected Bitcoin experts in the world. And he says, don't focus on buying Bitcoin, find a way to earn it. He says, convert your labor, your services, your product into something that you can exchange for Bitcoin. Folks, within TONOIT, there is a way for us to earn Bitcoin. We call it the RSP, the Revenue Share Plan. When anybody pays this, that amount goes back into the community to reward those that are building the business, that are bringing in new people. Because guess what? We want to get to 1 million subscribers. So when I help somebody directly, there's a direct referral payout in it for me. Think of it as active income. Every time I help somebody, I will be rewarded. But when the people I've helped goes on to help other people, this doesn't involve me anymore, but all the way to 18 levels away from me, there is still a bonus in it for me. It's called the level payout. And like I said, up to 18 levels away from me, I can get that. Then there's also a rising star payout and white. Absolutely amazing passive income source. Folks, you could even earn $1 million or more over the next 18 months by simply following 2 steps within TONOIT. Step number 1, become a rising star yourself within 60 days. That puts your $500 subscription that you paid, puts that right back into your pocket. And then the people that you've helped into the business, let's call them Amy and Ben, you teach them to do exactly what you did. Go on to help a few people. Amy helps A1 and A2, Ben helps B1 and B2. Folks, when you see this matrix, that means you are a rising star. Then you teach Amy and Ben to do the exact same thing, become rising stars. And that's where you'll see this rising star effect. So there's Amy and Ben on level 1. The 2 people that Amy helped, A1 and A2, goes here onto level 2, and the 2 that Ben helped goes on to level 2 here, B1 and B2. So that star. So now you teach Amy and Ben to also become rising stars. That means that their level 2 people goes on to help 2 people each. So once that is in place, once you've got 2 rising stars, that's when the magic starts to happen. Have a look at this, folks. It's possible for you and me to become millionaires in crypto. Yes, I said millionaires. Have a look at this. So you've now helped two people, Amy and Ben. You've helped them to become rising stars. That means that the matrix is filled up until level 3. That puts $490 back into your pocket, passive income. Amy and Ben go on to help other people. Moving away from you. But folks, by level 6, there's now 30 rising stars in your business, and you've earned $3,050 in passive income. By level 9, there's 254 rising stars in your business, and you've earned $23,530. By level 12, there's 2,064 rising stars in your business, and you've earned $187,370. By level 15, there's 16,382 rising stars connected to you, even though you only actively helped two people, Amy and Ben, and you are earning just below $1.5 million. Level 18 sees that 131,171 rising stars are in your business connected to you, and you are earning $7.7 million. Folks, I've not seen any other opportunity like this in the world where you can come in with a $500 business and build it out to where you are earning almost $8 million 18 months later. This ability is there for anybody and everybody willing to take on the challenge. It's up to you what you do with this business. So how do you do that, folks? How does one become a rising star? First of all, results. Let's look at some of the people who've actually done some of what we've just shown you. Have a look at this. This is somebody who started in August of 2019, and within 6 weeks, they were able to earn $7,775. How were they able to do that? Because they only helped two people come into the business, and then they helped those two people to also become rising stars. That's how this works. Here's another person who also joined in August of 2019. They've earned $9,425 in just 6 weeks. And what did they do? They helped 3 people to come in. If you're willing to help more people become rising stars yourself, you can accelerate your growth towards that $1 million income that you see. And there's many more such examples. You can see there's people here who've helped 3 people to become rising stars, and they've earned $16,565. At the bottom here, there's another example of somebody who helped 4 people to become rising stars. And guess what? They've earned $20,000 already. Folks, I'm in South Africa, and I'm telling you, $20,000 in South African Rand is a lot of money. And all you had to do was become a rising star and help a few people to do exactly what you've done. You become a rising star by simply inviting people to come and attend this meeting. We do this twice a day, from a Monday all the way through to a Saturday, twice a day. You can take that flyer and spread that amongst your circle of influence. Go look at your Facebook contacts. Go look at your Instagram contacts. Go look at your phone contacts, your WhatsApp contacts. You and I have so many contacts, but we're not letting them know that we are in this business. It's not up to us to be the expert and sell them the business. All we have to do is invite them to come and have a look. Some of them will stay. Invite. And sooner or later, the right people will find you and they will become rising stars. And then the thing that I showed you just takes off, catapulting you towards becoming a millionaire. So folks, what's the risk here? Mr. Warren Buffett is one of the most respected investors in the world, and he says that risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Well, folks, yes, most people in crypto, unfortunately, don't know what they're doing because they're buying a coin based on gut feel. That's not what we do. When you are with TONOIT, you are well guided. You are taking calculated decisions. You are not taking silly risks. So in our opinion, TONOIT helps us reduce our risk. So let's talk about the startup risk here. When you start any business, there's always risk to your capital. So let's see. The cost of this business is $500 or less if you choose another package. The opportunity is for you to start learning how to farm crypto. You could earn $10,000 or more consistently, and even put yourself on that roadmap to earn $1 million or more. And it ties in with what Tony Robbins has to say. He says, risk a little to make a lot. This is my risk decision calculator that I use for myself. So number one, you ask yourself, what do I have to lose? Well, in this case, $500 or less, whatever your subscription is. Number two, what do you have to gain? Well, you could make $10,000 or more consistently and potentially even put yourself on the road to becoming a dollar millionaire. Number three, if number two, what you have to gain is less than number one, what you have to lose, then obviously don't do it. The risk is too high. But number four says, if number two, what you have to gain is greater than number one, what you have to lose, then it's time to take action. So, and tell us whether what I've just shown you, what we've been talking about now for the last couple of minutes, is that a number three or is that a number four? Let us know what you think in the chat box, please. I want to leave you with this final thought. You can see there, the road to success is laid out. It's a staircase. But the first step is twice as high as the little man's head there. He's going to have to make an effort to get onto step number one. But after that, step two, step three, step four, it's pretty easy. It's going to take a big effort, though, to get onto step number one. Folks, this is what stops most people. I've shown you how you can earn $10,000 or more consistently from a $500 business and potentially even put yourself on the road to becoming a dollar millionaire. So don't let the start stop you. It's up to you what you do with this from this point onwards. But please get back to the person who invited you here tonight. If there's questions that you have, our next section, we'll be taking on questions. So this is where I end off. Thank you, and over to Edward.
All right, thank you very much, Jerome Baker there for a precise presentation, showing us in clear terms how we can take the opportunity setting at us to know it, use it, make some good money from it. And of course, if we choose, it's optional if we choose, we share with others, and when they get to come into, they make money for themselves. All right, so thank you once again, Jerome, for sharing that thought with us. Now, I want to respond to questions. If you have any question, please feel free. Go to the chat area, type your question. Okay, type your question. I see a number of persons typing number 4 as that decision calculator at the same decision calculator. Thank you very much. Okay, so while we wait for you to come up with your question, I see that you type your question in the comment area. If you are following us on Facebook right now, or if you are with us on a Zoom call, go to the chat area, type your question, or just put up your hand, do a raise of hand, where we unmute you and allow you to ask your question. Okay, so while we wait for you, please, I need to quickly let you know that our business is strictly by invitation. So as a result, you get back to whoever invite you here. Tell the person that, number one, you're indeed very grateful for this opportunity. And then request for your referral link. Yes, a link for you to be part of what we are doing. Now, when you get the link, okay, you click on the link and you're going to see a form like this, right? I'm going to see a form like this. Let me try and open the form. Yeah, it's opened already. Okay, so just go ahead, click on the link. You see this form. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so fill this form. Try and complete the form. It's pretty easy. Okay, and when you're done, scroll towards the end of the form. Once you are done with the filling of the form, the bottom of the form, you find this little box here. Click to check the box. If you do, you are just signifying that you agree with the terms of service offered by TONOIT. Thereafter, at the bottom here, click on sign up. Okay, that will ensure you become a full